on Jamison Williams. He's coming off an all-timer of a week, over 300 yards receiving. It's the Cards and the Cowboys on EA Sports.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Denver. Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Time for Dak Prescott of the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys. Saquon Barkley with his fourth rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it. But otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
After the sack on first down, Prescott, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. his second touchdown on the season.
And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
On 2nd and 15 now. Prescott.
This complete to David Bell.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
A give up the middle to Akers.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 carries, 100 yards on the nose, and a score.
And when you see those numbers, there should be no hesitation to give him the rock early and often in this one. Ride the hot hand while he's producing like this.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz.
The Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first.
Here's Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Charles, a nice play there, wasting no time making his presence felt for this defense.
And you know, we heard the same conversation around the league. A lot of people were surprised that he was available, and they let him go, and now he's going to make a big-time impact with his new squad.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
They'll start on the ground. Hall.
They find some open field here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Breece Hall.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
80 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 41-yard line. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the option, here's Akers. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Now Prescott. That's complete to Bell over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 13-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz from 13 yards out. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score.
I know a lot of coaches like to break their season into quarters, and how about the first 4 games for this guy? 3 touchdowns scored, really making his mark in the red zone here in the first month of the season.
Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Second and 11. He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The Cardinals hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cards have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Dak and the Cowboys getting set for their next possession. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it, and they'll start here with a 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Prescott's throw pulled in by Renfro. First down now, but that clock rolling. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
He finds his man complete. That's Schultz. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. That's taken on the 25. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Try to lay one up deep. He's got a man complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup of 38. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Williams loses the football, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Touchdown! Carlson on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The offense trots back out, ready for this next drive. And there's the running back, Cam Akers.
He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it, and the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning them into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. So we have reached halftime with a visiting Cardinals.
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Second half starts with a run by Hall. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 63 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Past the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 32 on the play. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year.
And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
This looks like a free play for Prescott.
He'll find Metcalf.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
On the handoff, it's Akers.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
That's good for a Cowboy.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. Third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
And this play a lot like the previous one. Thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
He's going to air one out. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. It'll be first and goal when we come back. Back now in Arlington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass.
He'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Cardinals are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown passes. They're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, fourth quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fields it right around the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing, Prescott. The open man here, Renfro. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for our Cowboys.
First down, Prescott. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
3rd down and 3 yards to go.
And again, it's Prescott. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
That's good for our Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
From the red zone now, Prescott.
That's DK Metcalf running the slant. He's got it. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now he'll escape to his left.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty sentimental how this game's been going.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. On the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other...
He's got a man, complete! And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just 1 play resulting in the touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down. Here's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Bass. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Looking to throw. Prescott looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bass. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Prescott yet again. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be 1 more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, check finger. Hey, green.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Carlson on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but
he's got a man complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term